Call me Master Zen cause I'm a flicky bands.
You see the stupid title, man? Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say. Let's get to it.
The family dream for decades around the world was going through life exactly like this. Going through elementary school to high school and having your typical good and bad experiences. Good experiences being meeting good friends you may have for life, and bad experiences being, I don't know, getting your head dunked and swirled in a toilet. I refuse to believe this has ever happened in real life. Like, I don't know where shows came up with this trope.
Bro, goofballs be stuffed in trash cans. Come on, bro. That sound crazy, but come on, bro. Some jokes, there's a truth behind them.
Meeting your high school sweetheart and you both graduating. Going through college and having your wild phases. Then after graduating, having a couple more years before settling down, marrying, and having kids. Universally through the world, I feel like this is the typical path people see of how it goes. And with Gen Z, it's becoming more and more common for people to not want this path.
Speakers.
I'm good, big bro. Hey, man. It's on some many factors. Oh, let me just name the two ones that are a major factor in me now wanting no kids. One, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to have this stress about having to someone depend on me. Bro, I'm trying to be chilling. I don't know. It's not. I don't know if I can say maybe it's my childhood because I ain't really had none for real. And now I could say I have something. Like I got a computer. The money that I get, it goes to me. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. My life is better right now. Even though I'm unemployed, broke as hell, ain't got no job. Real talk. So it's like, I don't know, bro. My life is better now. I do now. People be telling me, oh, I wish I can go back to the old days. I'm good, bro. I'm good with the life I got right now. I'm doing YouTube. Same time, I'm still looking for a job. So I ain't gotta stress my stupid ass school always giving me PTSD. My transport always having PTSD of my transport leaving me. For example, to simplify it, getting left by the school bus. Now I gotta, bro. Nigga, that school is in another. It's over there, man. It's in another place. I like the hood where I'm at or whatever, the village I live in. You have to pass a few mountains and then. Okay, that sounds like. So like our parents when explain old people when explain how they went to school. But nah, real talk. Let me just simplify it. My previous school or high school, whatever, it was in another area, bro. So you need transport for that shit. So hey, man.
According to the stats, almost 1 in 3 Gen Z and millennials are saying they won't have kids at all. Not even talking about kids, most aren't even trying to get into a relationship. Most
not crazy things. Not even crazy things. How to put this? I be thinking to myself at the same time, but I think I already got the answer. I will only get married because I'm trying to decrease the sin of having sex before marriage, or having sex while you're not married. That's not it. God forgive me. So it's like, what's the point of me getting married? Because I don't really see no point in me getting married. And when I think about marriage, I'm like, bro, if I get married, at least the sin of doing sex and filming this and that, I'm not finna be doing it because I'm married. But at the same time, it's like, I didn't get married because I wanted to be married to the shorty. That's the whole point of marriage. What? So, I don't know, bro. It's like, might as well she just, hey, man, I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. Or I'm finna be comfortable where I'm finna be where, it's just me, focus on getting the money, or I'm getting my money out, I'm making money, and I got my shorty, and I live my shorty in the crib. It's just the two of us in that crib. That's it. I'm good.
dudes are either chronic gooners and gave up on love after their middle school breakup, and most girls are either insane femcells on Twitter saying men should have to earn the right to have freedom.
Every guy should start in jail and have to work his way out.
Absolutely.
Your father should be the... Nah, not even your father, bro. You do that. Even if your father maybe left you, that's why you saying stupid things like this. Thank God I got two parents. Okay, that doesn't mean if you didn't have a father or a mother, you're gonna be have mental problems like these guys. And it's not on something like, oh, I hate females. No. There's femcells and there's male cells. What the hell do you call it? You see, you can't hear for yourself. I'm not tapped in with that whole weird shit of the internet. The whole masculinity, this and that. Nigga, I'll tell you straight up, my nigga, I'm not painting my nails. Simple as that. It's not on something like, I'm trying to be the manliest. No, nigga, I don't feel comfortable doing that shit. You feel comfortable getting dick up your ass? No. So yeah.
I think
love that idea.
because it's like you need to earn your place out here,
You do.
in my opinion.
You do. And it should be treated.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some the ones the bro. The females that are actually out here just rage baiting, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all top tier. Y'all are top tier. Like the actual shorties that don't give a fuck about this whole thing of like empowerment, this and that. Like, they just like rage baiting for the jokes. Hey, I fuck with y'all boys, but damn, bro. Some of the things they be saying is like, bro, you dead ass. Nah, these ones are dead ass.
Treated as if they're on probation for a while. Like one strike, you're back.
Yeah, even when they're out. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I think slave masters had that type of idea going on. At least they're being nicer, I guess. They're saying they'll free us. Anyways, I'm so glad of hearing the
Free us. Nah, they talking about y'all boys. I don't know what the hell they talking about.
stats. It's not just me, and y'all are alone too. Yes,
What do you mean we? Man, my brother, I don't know if you speaking the French. I do not speak French, man. Nigga, what the hell? Nigga talking about we. We. Nah, bruv.
we are gonna be single the rest of our lives and have
Oh, hell nah, boy. You talking about you, boy.
zero chance of a relationship. On three, Gen Z, who's with me? 1, 2, 3. Nobody did. Yeah, so I thought it would be pretty interesting to talk about why it's become how it is for Gen Z. You know, people always talking about how birth rates are dropping drastically. And if you think of it, it's kind of hard to find someone nowadays that has kids in their early, mid, or late 20s. Like, out of all people I've met in my life, I genuinely only know 2 people in my life that are Gen Z and have kids. And this trend is exactly following how it was for millennials. Crazy to think how the older generations was just popping out kids as soon as they hit 18. Nowadays, if I see an 18-year-old saying they're gonna have a kid, all I'm thinking of is, man, his life is absolutely bro. This is the
My nigga, the number one thing for me is like, my nigga, is you financially stable? If you're not, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't give a fuck who you is. You do not have the right to be having kids, bro. Cause you gonna bring that kid into this world and you can barely take care of that kid. Man, get the fuck on with that shit, man. Use rubbers, man, or use preventions.
most obvious, man. His life is absolutely bro. This is the most obvious one, but one of the main reasons is the cost of living has been absolutely fried the past couple of years. I know. I talk about it a lot and all the time, but man.
All jokes aside, bro, it's not even whether you're old or you're getting old, whether you're in school or not, bro. Whether you care about politics, oh yeah, them shits finna, hey, you finna be affected. Whether you give a fuck about politics, them shits are going to affect you, whether you like it or not. That's what my homie told me. I was like some of these niggas that be like, man, I ain't with the politics or whatever. This and that. I'm not really tapped in with what's going on in the world, this and that. Man, she told me that shit. I'm like, damn. Nah, she told me that shit. I'm like, man, it is what it is, man. We move on and we live life. After some time, nigga, the South African currency is going down, or like it was like, yeah, it was becoming weak. I'm like, damn, man. Why the hell is this bitch expensive? This shit was $20. Like, I'm not necessarily $20. I'm just making an example. This shit was $20. Why is this bitch fucking $30? What the hell going on? I'm like, yeah. At that time, and then I remember my homie telling me this. I'm like, yo, the fuck are these political niggas doing, man? Damn.
How can I not? I mean, literally no one even has an ounce of hope. If you ask Gen Z what their hope is for the future, all they're gonna think of is how the cost of living is absolutely cooked and it's only gonna get worse. AI and clankers are gonna take like 80% of the jobs we have. And the US is gonna go into civil war over these dumbass politicians. The cost of living would be one thing if it was just happening in 1 or 2 countries. But the fact that it's happening in multiple countries at the same time, man, just pass me the cigarette already. Us Americans always focus on our house price.
God! 1,950,000 1 beds, 2 baths. Are you that? No. Per month is 12,000. They can eat a dick, nigga. Yo, where is this? Santa Monica. Is this like California? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm good in South Africa, bro. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Races and how they are, which is true. But I feel a little more patriotic when I look at ours compared to the UK and Canada. This is a 650,000 pound house or $879,000 house. 5 bedrooms and 1 bathroom is diabolical. I know the bathroom looks like Chernobyl every day. And in Canada, this is a $1.6 million house. No wonder Drake left y'all years ago. I wouldn't want to be there either. And even though I think money is obviously a factor to things like the house, I think there are people in Gen Z and millennials that can afford things like houses with a mortgage. But one of the main reasons they won't do it is because if they do get that typical family experience of getting a house on mortgage and having kids, they know they're gonna be stuck paying it for the next.
Hey, boy. Another thing I just not recently, I think I be forgetting it, but bro, y'all niggas buy cribs and then y'all have to pay like some type of land tax and another tax for owning the crib. I don't know, maybe because I live in how to put this? I don't know how I should put this. Like in South Africa, we have like kingdoms, or like we're like we have kings. Because I don't know, Africa is like traditional, whatever. Because like before the modernization, certain areas were ruled by kings and this and that, like kings or royalty and all that shit. So I live in an area where like I could say it's a kingdom, man. So in this area we live in, we do not pay for water. We only pay for electricity. That's it. And the reason I think the reason why we getting free water is because like we have like a lot of mines. So I think it was a contract they did or something where because they finna like make mines at the same time provide people with jobs, they sign a contract to like for everybody living in this kingdom to like to get free water. Well, not necessarily everybody, because in town, ain't gonna lie, if you got a crib in town, yeah, you have to pay for water because it's under a municipality or municipality, however you pronounce it. Like the city, the town owns that town. Sorry, I don't even know how to explain it. Bro, hold on, bro. Let me see something. Let me ask the ChatGPT. He or she might explain what the hell going on. Like what type of area do I live in? Right. See, chill. Come on, man. Hold on. It's opening. Right. Hey, yo, chats. Can you explain what type of area is? Hold on. I'm about to say about the area. Okay. Nah. Let me do this. Let me just type it out. What type of area is hold on about hold on and why you don't pay for water? Right. The place that I live in, or the kingdom, the name of it, is not just an area in the normal sense. It's a traditional community territory in northern. Yeah, you almost said my shit. Fuck it, bro. In the Northwest Province. Northwest Province means like it's a state. The state is named Northwest Province in South Africa. Centered around, yeah, you feel me, that town near this. Some key points about it: wealth from platinum. Yeah, it's a platinum mine, all that shit. Territory, land is communally owned under traditional authority of above. Bro, the land is communally owned under the traditional authority of like the king. So yeah, shit like that, man. Shit like that. So certain areas in where I live at, like niggas do not pay for water. So yeah. That's the best of my ability to explain what type of area I live in. So yeah. But nah, I think even my homie, like, she stays in another province or state. The only thing I could say they pay for is like water, but they don't pay for like land tax or like house tax. Like that's crazy to me, man. To this day.
30 years probably. They know they're gonna be stuck paying it for the next 30 years, probably barely scraping by. And in the act of doing that, the kids are gonna get neglected in some way. I know with my experience growing up in that typical type of suburb area, all of the kids' parents in the neighborhood, including mine, were barely home. We would be out when kids actually went outside late. And they would be 9, and some of them were still not back. Because on top of balancing the bills they had to pay, they also had to balance their kids'
You
expenses.
see? I'm gonna be honest. Naturally, bro, I do be having my times where a nigga is selfish. Bro, I just wanna, for me, enjoy life before a nigga die. That sounds depressing. Wait, that doesn't sound depressing. Bro, in general, bro, I'm just trying to live a good life, bro. My parents out here putting that work in to give me a better life. And I'm seeing that, bro, they out here working crazy just for a nigga to eat. And then, me seeing that, dude, why the fuck do I want to experience that shit? I'm good, bro. But hey, man, blessings to y'all. Good luck to y'all. Like, that y'all want to have kids. I'm not saying y'all should not have kids. I'm just saying me. I'm good, bro.
As well.
Same time, I do be saying we gonna see. I might end up changing my the way I think. But hopefully, bro, I'm financially stable. I'm not trying to be no broke ass nigga with a kid.
Which ended up affecting younger generations' mental health and is a part of why it's such a problem now. With younger generations, which ended up affecting
Young adults are very concerned about their mental health. I'm between here. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. These are the times where they go crazy. Then after 35 and then onwards, bro, niggas already giving up about life. Niggas don't give a fuck about shit. Yeah, this I ain't gonna lie. This a good indication, like from 18 to 35. Yeah.
affecting younger generations' mental health and is a part of why it's such a problem now. With younger generations nowadays, we don't want to put that same type of burden on our kids. Every generation tries to
Facts.
improve how they were parented and change it. And I don't know about y'all, but I actually want to be able to do things with my kids. Go to Disneyland and all the fun vacation places. But if I gotta sit there balancing in this economy a $500K mortgage of a home that's the equivalent size of a shack, as
I ain't gonna lie. It's like at this point, bro, getting a crib is not the move. Just get an apartment, bro, or like rent out a crib. But at the same time, how long you gonna be renting out that crib? Nah, it's like what's the point? Cause you buy that crib, now you gotta pay tax for just owning that crib. And I don't know how much that taxes be, like what's the amount you have to pay for that certain crib. Obviously gonna depend on the crib and the area you live in, but it's like, bruv, if that amount of money is like, let's just say the tax is $2K per month, my nigga, might as well just get an apartment for $2K instead of buying a crib and then have to pay $2K for the rest of your life. Fuck that shit.
well as taking care of my kids' expenses, I know it would be too much for me. Which is why a lot of Gen Z is even letting go of the thought of having kids. Why would you want to bring kids into a scenario?
Alright, let me just ask ChatGPT again, because I'm trying to understand this shit. Yo, big bro, short, quick answer, because I'm busy with something. Explain this thing of like, in America, when you buy a crib and you own it, that house. For example, which area? I could say California. After you buy that crib cash and you own it, what else are you still going to pay? And do you think it's just better to just get an apartment at this point and not buy a whole crib and then have to pay that tax or that amount every time for the rest of your life because you own that crib? Right, let's say, quick question. Even if you buy a house cash in the US, you must still pay property taxes every year. Amount depends on the location. In Cali is around 0.7.1.2% of the house's value yearly. You also pay home insurance, utilities, maintenance. If you don't pay property tax, the government can eventually seize the house. Like, what the fuck, my nigga? You bought the crib. You think that you own it. You don't own it. That's why some people prefer renting out apartments, no property tax or big repairs, just rent. But owning buildings long-term wealth, since the house can gain value and you can sell it later. It's like rent is equal to less headache, no ownership. Buy equals taxes forever. but you own an asset, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I'm not trying to be paying, bro. At the same time, I do want to live in the suburbs, but bruv. I ain't gonna lie. I might end up just staying in like my province or my state, and just buy a crib in these and stay in the area where that is ruled by a king, bro. So I don't have to pay for water or these goofy taxes too.
Area where it's potentially going to be chaotic. There's all different types of wars going on. You don't know what's going to happen economically in the next years. It's also the reason why the age of having kids has been being pushed up a lot. There's a lot of women now who are having kids in their mid 30s to early 40s, which happened less in the past because it was kind of shamed by society. The shaming has gotten better in a lot of countries, but there is those places where it's still like a very bad thing to do. I find that so weird. Like, I would never sit there and judge someone for having kids later in life. It's one thing if you're bringing up potential fertility concerns, but a doctor would tell you if you're fine or not before anyways. If I did want kids also and wanted to pay for a house, I'd probably wait until at least 70% of it's paid off, which older generations did not do. They kind of just hopped into a house and popped out some kids, then hoped and prayed they could pay off the house eventually. Another
70% of it's paid off. My nigga, get that whole crib. It's just more expensive, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just buy the whole crib. Then you gonna pay the taxes. That's it.
The thing is, younger generations are valuing their freedom way more than other generations in the past. You'll see a typical boomer be like, when I was your age, I already had 5 kids with another one coming. What's the holdup, son? Yeah, the holdup is we actually want free time in our life and not have our life dedicated to kids fully. Society.
That's literally, hey, he explained it very clearly and understandably, bro. He just explained how I feel about this whole shit of life.
Back then was literally just shaped on you gotta have kids or else you won't.
My nigga could have like 5 kids, a big ass home, a car, like a daily, and a little project car, like, you know, like the car that, how to put this, a Sunday cruise or some shit like that, while being a janitor. Come on, man.
Won't reach your full happiness. And kids are amazing things in life. I think I gotta say that anyways because I am the child of my parents. Some people get surprised though when I tell them I'm not even thinking of having kids in my.
I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. Seeing the way my parents be suffering here and there, they're not necessarily like suffering crazy, like yo, they losing weight, stressing about bills and that. Nah. Thank God both of them were working. They got both of them working a job. They would have paid to take care of the bills, this and that. But bruv, there were certain times where like, man, she had to go somewhere to like ask for money so she can pay it back, like taking loans and all that shit. Man, I'm not trying to have that shit, bro. And considering there were times where like I was a little nigga, I ain't understand like, yo, bro, life is not like all rainbows and sunshines. Always asking, yo, whoa, always getting mad for them not buying me things that I want, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If it meant my mother would be much happier. How to put this? If I was not born and it meant my mother would be much happier, I'm not gonna lie. I'm choosing that option. That sounds crazy, but bro, that's how much I care about my parents, bro. I'm not trying to see them boys for me suffer. I went to college for like 1 week. I was like, man, I'm not here. Like my mind and heart is not in that college shit. I just went there for just going, man. I'm like, man, hell no, but I'm finna put my parents in a lot of debt. Fuck that shit. I'm going out of here. Even if over here we have like bursaries or something like funding or whatever. Bro, you don't get the money same time. Nigga, you could literally spend months without getting paid from the government or whatever for that bursary. You gotta pull money out your pockets to pay those things in the meantime. Fuck that. I'm good.
20s, and I'm probably gonna do it mid to late 30s. It should have never been a thing in the past where people found you weird or strange if you didn't have any. Never in my life when I was younger and I saw a family member who didn't have kids did I think they were strange. And now that I'm grown, I find it even more weird when a grown-ass adult thinks that. Social media was the true changer of how Gen Z and millennials approach the way they wanted kids. Before social media, people still went on vacations and traveled the world, but it's given us a brand new light on things you didn't even know existed in your own city. Like, you could would go on TikTok and find some miscellaneous random fun thing in your city you never heard of before to do. I wouldn't know about a bunch of the little fun things that were going on in my city without the internet. And now, because Gen Z and millennials aren't having enough kids and birth rates are plummeting, all the governments around the world are panicking what to do now. You got countries like Japan and South Korea pouring billions into fixing it only to have it get worse. Trump signed a law giving every baby born in America an $1,000 investment account. You know, I'll give the guy that one, but is that money gonna even be worth anything in like 18 years? If inflation keeps up, we're gonna be paying $200 for a Big Mac at McDonald's by the 2040s. That's if we don't have a civil war with the clankers by then. No matter how much money the government gives to help with child costs, I think the lifestyle trend is stronger than that, and it won't just fizzle out. Unless the government starts paying for like 70 to 80% of people's child expenses. It's now embedded in our society with younger generations where people are simply valuing their freedom more. You can see the stats, even in places where the cost of living is decent to good, they have less kids because to people it's no longer their forefront goal in life. Even in countries right now where the birth rate may be booming, like for a lot of the African countries, they're getting developed really fast, and as soon as it's developed to the point where people don't really feel a need as much, it's gonna drop. Crazy though how the governments only now care when people have been telling them for years they can't.
Bro, y'all wanna make niggas have kids? Stop talking about like, oh, if you get a kid and that kid finna be giving money to be taken care of, my nigga. Just improve the economy. Simple. You improve the economy, their prices go down. Everybody's happy. Simple as that.
A lot of people say the only reason why the government even cares that the birth rate is declining is because they'll have less workers. And with less workers, they get paid less and make less money. But when you ask them to put some things in law to help us, they go, all right, I hear you. So you know what? $50 trillion to Israel.
Hey, bro. Hey, man, if you live in South Africa, man, or any type of place, in the world, a very political country, whatever. When it's time for voting, man, you be seeing everybody, bro. You be seeing them niggas come to the hood, giving food to the homeless, this and that, do all those crazy things. After the elections, nowhere to be found. The promises they made if they won like the elections, they're not keeping up to those promises, man.
Scariest thing is hearing older generations talk about how we don't work enough and we're lazy. Most of y'all already know it took them half the time to be able to afford a house working a job like us. But what's really crazy and what they don't want to acknowledge is how insane the billionaires were taxed back then. From 1940 in America to 1960, the highest income tax rate was 90%. No wonder it only took them 2 years to get a house. Y'all was basically getting them handed to you. Most of the ultra wealthy people back then didn't pay that full percentage, but they still paid a lot more than what happens today. Today, the richest out there, you know, got like 500 different loopholes where they can pay $0 in taxes. I promise you, if they change the laws to be like this again, you would.
Bro, I don't know whether it is true. Hey, I don't want no smoke. I'm just saying. I saw it on the internet. I don't know whether it's true. Hey, man, I gotta explain before y'all see me the next day. I don't upload no videos. They got me, man. The government got me. I don't know whether this shit is true or not. People who make like the billionaires or everybody who be making a lot of money, this and that, like the rich people, they don't get taxed a lot. Only like people who make it like, bro, who don't make a lot of money, they're the ones they're getting like higher taxes. Oh, you can say, oh well, these billionaires are actually helping us because they're the ones like helping the economy. They add to the economy, so that's why maybe they're not taxed like that. Man, get the fuck on with that shit.
See the birth rate at least double. Another thing that plays a factor into it is that younger generations aren't as pressured as much into having kids. Yeah, it still happens, but the way they did it back then, it was like you were disrespecting the family if you chose not to have kids. So because of my decision in life that I personally made, you're now mad? I never understood this for real.
Bro, I live in Africa, so you already know, my nigga. If you got black parents or African parents or like, yeah, African parents, I don't know, something like that, Caribbean parents, I don't know, bro. Third world parents, bro, they still finna be on your ass. Like, they don't be on my ass, they just be asking me, what you mean you're not gonna have a kid, this and that. Now, if I start talking crazy and say, why the fuck would I have a kid when I look at you and you struggling to take care of your kid? Why the fuck you telling me that? Give me advice that, like, you're actually doing. Is the little nigga eating good, this and that? Yeah, he eating good or whatever, but bro, you have to make ends meet here and there. Fuck no. Nigga be talking about, you gotta have a kid. Who gonna maintain that kid? Can you maintain your kid? Get the fuck on with that shit, bro.
Why don't you go have another kid or something? For now, they're staying in the sack. You still got content creators like it's the 70s blaming people for not choosing to have kids.
If you're not having kids, you're selfish. You
Eat a dick, my nigga. Why you want us to have kids? If you want kids, have kids.
should be having kids, sharing your knowledge, your resources, everything you have to give with the next generation. Kids are...
Bro, other niggas, bro, not everybody's a lot that want to have kids. It's like, rough. There's other goofballs are going to have kids. Okay, why are you not happy? Why the hell you want us to have kids?
literally the best thing that is going to happen to you.
Bro, there's literally a subreddit of people complaining about having kids. And you talking about like having a kid is the best thing that happened to you. Bro, niggas just be chatting, bro. Just because I don't know if you had kids, just because he had a good experience having kids, doesn't mean that's finna be like that for everybody.
You should start earlier than you think that you are ready. Having kids will actually make you ready, because when you have that forcing function in your life of kids, you will do whatever it takes for these little human beings.
People that don't want to have kids are selfish.
Bro, I don't give a fuck, my nigga. God forgive me for being disrespectful to you old ass niggas, but bro, niggas chatting, bro. We done with the 90s, nigga. We done with the 90s.
Point blank. That's the only reason you don't want to have kids, right?
Yeah, I literally said that I'm selfish. I literally said it, bro. I want to enjoy my life, bro. I want to enjoy life before a nigga die. I'm not trying to be selfish at all. That's not possible, because we live in a fucked up world. Niggas gonna suffer regardless. Niggas gonna be in situations that are like overwhelming and shit like that. Why can't I just, considering like it's inevitable, like bro, niggas finna be in problems here and there, like you're living on this planet. What if, like, how do I put this? Why can't I just decrease those problems instead of like from the time I was born until the time that I die? Why can't they, like, how do I put this? Man, this English is killing my ass. I ain't gonna lie, man. Nigga chatting. Bro. Let's say if I don't, like, how do I put this? Why is it a problem? Because I don't want to have like 10 problems my whole life. Maybe I just want to have 5. Maybe 4. Maybe just 2 problems my whole life. Why can't the nigga just adjust the problems? My nigga, if you want to have 10 problems your whole life, hey, that's you. I want to have 5. I don't want 10.
Here's the thing. It's okay to be selfish, right?
These people have completely lost what the definition of selfish is. Just searching up the Google definition, it says lacking consideration for others, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. So how the f can you be selfish for something that doesn't even exist right now? That's like someone saying I'm selfish for not donating the money right now that I may be making in the future. Like, I'm still homeless. I haven't made the money yet. To me, it would be way more selfish to have a kid I know I'm not gonna fully be there for and put them through problems, instead of just not having the kid at all. With people that say this, that want
niggas will literally say all that bullshit. The next day they come to you, hey man, yo, my little kid yesterday, bro, he or she was stressing me because they ended up getting sick. Why you telling me that? Why you stressed? You said having a kid is a blessing. It is, but it's another. Maybe it's 2 things. Having a kid is a blessing. I'm not gonna say a curse because I ain't gonna lie, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, this shit pissing me off. It's a blessing. But it's not like, how to put this? The same thing they be talking about, like, yo, bro, money doesn't bring happiness forever. It brings temporary happiness. Bro, a kid brings temporary happiness here and there. I don't know how to explain this shit, bro. You could tell I don't be writing these type of shits, man.
everyone to reproduce in the world, are you gonna be taking care of their kids if they're not up to the task? Because if you're not, then shut the f up. Literally everyone in the world can't reproduce because we would be way too overpopulated. And the last thing that changed younger generations is the amount of communities we have. Back then, you had your typical family community and neighborhood with you, but it still didn't feel like enough. You felt like you needed that extra push. With us and social media, there is unlimited communities out there you can be a part of. You can have a community so niche it only has 1,000 people a part of it. For us now, since we're so used to the internet, that's absolutely nothing in the size of a community. When you physically think of it though, that's like 10 times bigger than a typical neighborhood community. So now imagine 1 million or 10 million and you could be a part of multiple of those communities at a time. It's almost impossible to not find a community you could fit in with online. Anyways, that's gonna be it though. Let me know your reproduction plans, guys, or if you have kids now.
No, nigga. All I can say Hey, if I'm being selfish, hey, God forgive me, but please, if I end up having a kid, God, please give me the strength and please help me to be financially stable. Other than that, God forgive me, I do not want a kid. I'm good, bro. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next video. Bro, them niggas, them two goof ass niggas pissed me off, bro.
Call me Master Zen, cause I'm a flick the bands.